This is a really weird sound, but I love it. Oh, that tiny little bit. I'm actually playing with the burst generator here, and I want to see, like... Seems to me that one of the problems I was having is that the controls are really sensitive, and that there's a sweet spot that's pretty small. But, you know, it's good to know. Maybe that's something that I should just investigate. Okay, so what if we go a little bit? So the burst generator is doing the initial tang, 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 or tick, 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 depending on what the frequency of when. Okay, so it does more bursts when you turn the right knob up. The left knob, I believe, is the speed, and then the middle pot here is the shape. Yeah. So if I turn this to the right, left knob, the right, that should be left. Oh, there's some funky aliasing going on in there. Oh, one more. Triggered. No, it didn't. Wrong one. There. Yeah, okay. Alright, so that's a good sweet spot to know. Like 2 o'clock on both knobs, and then one kind of doesn't matter as much, but... Like, there's times that I've used that, the first time I tried to use it, and I couldn't get any sound out of it at all. Like, what the heck? What am I doing wrong? And then I figured out, a while later, that what I was doing wrong was pushing the wrong button to put it into the mode, so I wasn't even in burst mode, which is really dumb. And hilarious. Classic. Oh, this is a really long cable. This is not... Chonky white cables that I'm trying to grab. Probably just destroyed this voice in some way, shape, or form. Oh, wait. Nope. Still there. There it is. There's a little part of me. A part of me that isn't lazy. That kind of wishes I would just do a standalone video. Sound. Like, hey, here is a neat sound you can make. That started me thinking of whether that would be a good idea. And I'm thinking it kind of might. Might actually be pretty cool. And fun. Certainly. Okay, so that pretty much disables that voice, I believe. It's the burst generator. Is no longer connected. Alas. It'll disable that part of it. It's the tank, 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 tank. See, it'll still do the funky FM weirdness. You long boys. Long cable gang, yo. I was gonna depatch earlier, but I didn't. Oh, let's see if we can leave till the last. Let's leave that happy little noise going. It's such a happy little noise. think any long red cables should be okay. It's a totally different voice. Ensemble oscillator at its like aggressive side. It's got one. It's nice. Wiku. What we got? The car. Okay. That's where oh yeah, we were yanking cable. We were Yankee candles. Okay, here you go. See you later. It's nice knowing you. Never remember how I made that sound. It's okay. Now, honestly, I probably will, because it was just the whole self-patching, the stochastic function generator, kind of spurred it on. Let's make something weird. Okay, ensemble oscillator, capable of weird. FM the hell out of it. Control it with strange envelopes and pulses and stuff like that. Done. Come on, get in this slot. You jerk! What do you think you're doing? Hey, get out. You know what's something also that I was thinking that I haven't really, I don't know if I've ever done, is just patch marbles. Just let marbles be marbles. Try to like go the, kind of go the light bath route and just let it control things and make sine waves and nifty noises. Okay, let's get a reverb. It's like the first place I start now. It's like, find a reverb that's going to cement the mix or create an atmosphere. It's not a terrible way to start. Been watching a lot of modular videos by Omri Cohen, and if you haven't, he's like the VCV rack guru. But he also has hardware. He definitely does more VCV than hardware, but sometimes he does like both, which is really cool. So he'll kind of go back and forth and show you like, hey, here's the regular thing, here's the VCV version. VCV version, it's hard to say. And then show you the hardware version, and he's always kind of on a not a rant, but I think because probably people who are watching his live streams are like, hey, how come you don't do this? Which I totally get. I would get frustrated at that. do sometimes. But people were asking him how come he doesn't use effect sends. And I had a thought about that, and I think the thought is a valid one, which is his point is I want to have a different sonic, feel for every sound. So like each sound will get its own like individual effect, reverb, delay, both, whatever. But I'll betcha those attitudes are from older version before he got into hardware. Because when you're in hardware, you can't just have like, oh, let's have 7 reverbs and 4 delays. Like you would literally fill an entire rack with the effects and have nothing to do. So like, yeah, I bet you that's a very software-centric attitude. And in VCV, that's great because shit, just add more, infinite. So if you are a modular person and you have not tried VCV Rack, then stop right now and go get it and try it. It's a brilliant program, and you can pay for a version, but it is free. I believe I'm going by memory here, but I think the paid version also gives you the VST, which is a neat concept. So then you can take the whole modular rack, pop it into your DAW, and then go to town with it. And a lot of the modules that you can buy in real life are duplicated in VCV. Some of them, like Bifaco and Instruo, like most of their modules, except for like the R-bar. And I think the Lubad, the tape looper, that's not in there either. Most of their other modules are in their actual exact form. I think all of the mutable instruments modules are in there, which is pretty cool. There's just a ton of stuff. There's thousands of modules. You can just kind of like download on their website, and it dumps it into your program. So yeah, you gotta go through the whole user account thing, and some modules are paid, but you $5-10 for like a bunch of stuff. Which again, comparing that to hardware, bargain and a half. Okay, marbles. Marbles. Well, the first thing you do is you tune your oscillators. That's the first thing I need. Because I had some stuff out of whack last time. So, plug in Datuna. Setting. Yeah, see, that's fine. That's still good. It's all good. You're good. Here's where we're going to get the weird, I think. No, you're okay. A little flat. Just a hair. You're sharp. Lord. It's like I got to sneeze on it. Make it just enough. Like literally you tap on the fine-tune knob side. Slightly tap on it. Analog. Welcome to Analog. So, it's having a hard time reading it. Let's give it a triangle wave. Still having a hard time reading. It's pretty damn good though. I think Platts is fine. Yup. How about these guys? These bozos. That's what I thought you said. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa. Yeah, and that's another thing. If you're getting into modular, if you're looking to start, you could do a hell of a lot worse than building a dope-fer system. Hell of a lot worse. And their modules are affordable. They're power conscious. And they're I don't want to say basic, but they're like monofunction. They just are one thing. Most of them are like 8 HP. So you can build a giant system or a small-ish system packed with good modules. And then it gives you all of the utilities and all the basics. So then it's like, oh, start upgrading from there. Now you know what you're doing because you started on 6. Know what I'm saying? Marbles for the 95th time. Okay. So, first of all, let's just go like put everything in the middle. This is the scale button right here. So if you hold it, slow flash is green is major. This is minor. I forget what the third one is. And then we get to these funky ones, ragas and stuff like that. I think. Should we go just major? I don't know. Try it. Turn the jitter down. Bias to the middle. Boss. And then get it into some voices. Let's be like, hey, what's going on? How do you say that? Is it cry baby BBBB? Because that'd be only 2 B's. Cry BB. Being stupid. Just ignore. Alright, so this guy's going here. Octave. Basic. VSO. Triangle wave. Triangle wave. Triangle. Oh, I heard you. Heard you doing your triangle thing. No, I didn't. Oh, that makes more sense. Cribe. Alright, so now because this is like swooping, this is the steps. So as soon as you turn it to the right, it's step voltages. Kind of the middle, it should limit that to like a major 7th chord. That's not a major 7th chord. So, like, there it is. It's doing its thing. Next step. Well, let's just run it through a VCA. Keep it simple. So then what we can do is use the trigger. So the time, these are matching. These are 3, T1, T2, T3, and X1, X2, X3. If you don't have a marbles, this is your quick tutorial on the marbles. Give me my envelopes. Give me my envelopes, bruh. Bruh. Where my envelope at, bruh? Okay. The red voice. Just out of curiosity. Good times with FM. Linear. Also known as how to turn anything into percussion. So the real magic of this happens when you start doing like 3. I want to check something really, really quick here, which probably won't be that quick. E is the control. Okay, so it's how it splits. Coin is tossed, whether it's going to T1, T3, the generated, and ratio, trigger alternate between 1 and 3. Okay, so I kind of want to try this on second type here. Okay, so what if we crank the bias to like a weird place? Get weird? All like nothing, 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 and then total hyperspace freak out. I think it might. To be honest, I'm completely comfortable with that happening. Come on. Do it. Do it. Go the other direction. Nothing? Boo. You're saying boo or boo-earns? I was saying boo-earns. Okay. Let's go to... What's also interesting to me, just in general, is when you compare oscillators, like here's another triangle with different oscillator. Different. It's smoother. It has less fizz to it. So there are differences between analog oscillators. So if we take the exact same control signal and we put it into this, which is another Doper oscillator, of which they have many, we have that same fuzziness again. Which is, you know... Ooh. Dude, you are not wrong. Sorry, I'm going to go with the STG Sound Labs .vco. Can't recommend that enough. It's just a great... I'd say basic VCO, but it's kind of more basic. It's kind of more than just a basic. It's got some really nice features. Like the drift generator. Which, to turn that up to an extreme, makes it just go weird. Here. There. Let's turn the rate up, too. Yeah, it's nuts. It's just auto, like, jiggling the pitch. Just a little bit. That was fun. Wait. Maybe we should put the connector in the right place. Maybe that would help. Huh? Maybe. That would be nice. Yeah. Okay, this is going to be our CV trigger for this guy. So, we gonna... let's pan him a little bit to the right, too. Okay, now if we clock this, what happens? Let's just give it a clock. Nothing! No, let's put it on run first. Oh wait, it was on run. So yeah, again, if you're not deep into this stuff, you may not know who Light Bath is. Some of his early stuff. That's all like a lot of marbles, sequencing plats, and it sounds just lovely, simple, very meditative. Are you just now getting into it? Like, have you purchased hardware? Let's talk about your hardware purchases. There's still a part of me that wants to build an all-mutable instrument system. And I think that would be actually really cool for generative music. Just with marbles. And then I'd probably throw the Instruo Scion in there so I can hook it up to plants. Yeah, Mavis is not a bad place to start. But understand that there's no control in it. It doesn't have a sequencer, does it? I don't think it does. So if you want something to play it, then you need other stuff. But I think it takes MIDI, doesn't it? So if you got it, if you have a DAW and you're using it in that, then that's legit. And then you can play with it as a synth for a while, and then eventually like pop it into your Eurorack just as a standalone voice. That was fun. Yeah, again, dude, dope for stuff is like $100 a module in a lot of cases. So like, oh, let's buy an oscillator. So buy 3 oscillators and a couple of like dual VCAs and a couple of envelopes and a marbles. And now you have a row. And you do cool shit with it. Now what I'm also going to do is turn jitter way up. Like to extreme amounts. Yeah, keystep is really good. One of my common viewers, Francisco, he's got one of those. He's just learning how to use it, and I actually looked into it a little bit, and it's like, the manual's like 180 pages or something. But Arturia typically puts manuals in multiple languages, so maybe that's got like 5 languages in it or something like that. Yeah, I've seen people use the push with modular. I think I'm going to take the rate down just a little bit more. Well, yeah, and every time I think about trading out reverbs, I just listen to this, and this is the stock Halls of Valhalla card that comes with the Tip Top ZDSP, and it's made by Valhalla, who, you know, make my personal favorite reverbs. I've always wanted a supermassive in Eurorack. I think this is about as close as you can get. Because you can put it on this, the last one here. Ginunga Gap. And this is nuts. It's like the infinite repeater. Do it. Do it. Play. Like. Waiting for the sun. Waiting for the sun. For another oscillator. Who wants this? Alright, first thing is, I just had a thought, something I've actually done before. I've never used the Mankato filter as an oscillator. Should do that sometimes. I think that's a C. I think. And then one of, not one, but the regular control inputs then give us 1 volt per octave. It's a bit on the side. So let's throw an envelope in there. Probably do something similar. But we can always complexify this later, too. It's easy. So yeah. When a filter self-oscillates, you can use it as an oscillator. I was going to say, we should start getting harmonies on occasion. I think that's the filter that's like ultra loud. Yeah, let's use the Morpheus. Morpheus always has that potential for just weird friggin' sound. Okay, let's quit our... Get this timed. Pretty good. Okay, now let's do something cool with this. I'm gonna trigger burst generator. To try to get it vaguely tempo synchronized. Heh. Okay, now let's find a good filter model. I don't like the poppies. Ooh, all the way to the right. Okay, now that's kind of cool. run that through a VCA. And that means I'm out of VCAs, which is really unfortunate. Or should we do this like a slope down? So that it's like... I like that better. Yeah, the Morpheus is just a filter. Okay, so, but the Morpheus is a ridiculous digital filter. So it's got hundreds of models and curves. And then you can do crazy stuff like sequencing different filter types and like trigger the sequencer and And I have to say, I think I'm going to actually go through another filter. So, the Morpheus does a good job at destruction. But I kind of think the high end needs to be toned down a smidge. So, let's just go through just the regular state variable. Just a low pass. And pull it off by a lot. Not a lot, but a bit. Someone put the clock plug cable into the wrong connector. Guess who that was? Something funky in there. That's the filter. That sounds nice. Oh, that note's not nice. It's not tracking perfectly. That's fine. Let's just put it someplace else then. Depends on how dedicated I feel. At this point, I think they're pretty much voice specific. So all the white cables are going to one particular voice, for example. But then I run out of that color, so then I have to substitute, and then like everything is just kind of pointless. us. No, let's reset everything. Can we reset? Okay, now if I just run all gates out into the trigger or some hi-hats, can I do that? Sure I can. This thing needs an offset clock. It's not exactly correct. A gentle eighth note random, but we're going to run it through a low output level, and then I'm going to throw it right into the gate control. Should be changing gates. it's just not. It's like just stops playing. I don't understand this thing. Maybe it's not getting enough signal at all. I don't know. So, I guess we'll go all in. Makes no sense. That's all I wanted to do, was occasionally tweak it up just a little bit. What about like there we go. Maybe we go bright green? Yes. We'll go bright green. Gotta move the notes manually, but it works. Well, that turned out fairly creamy and delicious. And it's almost an hour and a half, so that's about that time. So perfect. Hey, anyways, hey, if you're watching after the fact, thanks. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Ring that bell for those notifications. Yeah. But, okay, anyways, I'll see you soon. Thanks, man. Yeah, me too, actually. I didn't... I started with like, hey, let's use marbles, and then it turned into something completely different. And, you know, way more groove. So I'm happy. It's like every time. This happens every time, right? You start on one thing, and it's like you ping a marble into another marble, which hits another marble, and you don't know where everything's going to end up. And, you know, that's all a function of your influences. I think. So listen to lots of music. The big thing. Anyways, I'm out of here. Take it easy. Whatever you do, don't use pump number 3.